Did you find yourself in predicaments where you were uncomfortable and you at first like, well, let me just push through it because this is my girl and this is who I'm with?
And sometimes in life, it takes a person to get you out of your shell, to really be open up more.
Just based on a little bit of information that you gave me, she pushed a lot of her will and what she wanted for you on you.
I think she pushed some of her behavior patterns or characters on me and everything, in a sense of, again, trying to open me up to other things.
Welcome back to Plan for Keeps, because dating is a mess, but we keep it moving. Today we have Sean Garvey. How are you today?
Blessed and highly favored. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Thank you for making time to come on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Okay, tell us what you do, your age, one red flag, and one pet peeve.
Okay, I'm going to probably ask you that, like, what was the other question again? But
that's fine.
I'll start off. Sean Garvey, best known for my stint in radio, television, podcast for 23 years. I am the co-host of The Remix with DJ Yogi on WRFG 89.3 FM. Saturday mornings from 12 a.m. to 3 a.m. or 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. Shameless plug. Also do the Beat Break Morning Show with my homeboy DJ Roll'em on our radio station, Podcast FM 87 and Beat Break Radio. Owner of Reach One Communications, in which we are the parent company of all 4 subsidiaries: Honey, Podcast FM, Reach One Network, Beat Break Radio. But a lot of people know me from back in the day, not just only at WRFG, but also from WAOK 1380 AM, V103, or behind the scenes at WABE 90.1 FM. Other radio stations behind the scenes, Georgia Public Broadcasting, Rolling Out Magazine when I used to be an intern back in the day, and just different media companies, acting, voiceover actor, artist, poet, business owner, shareholder. The list goes on and on and on.
It definitely does.
Yeah.
Wow, all the things. Okay, age.
42.
42?
Years young.
Years young.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not old. Years young.
I like that. One red flag, one pet peeve.
Red flag about myself or about other people?
Other people.
Yes. Overthinking. I do not like it when people overthink.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's your red flag.
That is my red flag.
What's your pet peeve?
Pet peeve is miscommunication.
Do you think those would be backwards? Like, as far as like a red flag to me would be miscommunication, because a relationship can't survive during miscommunication, versus a pet peeve, overthinking. I feel like that's something you could overcome with someone. Do you not think that?
No. Overthinking means that if you overthink too much, then you could potentially sabotage the relationship as a whole. Whereas miscommunication can be more so improved, because with miscommunication, with communication as general, like, we can go beyond the texting, right? We can go beyond the texting, pick up the phone and be like, hey, I think you took what I said out of context.
Okay.
Let me clarify and tell you what I meant to tell you, because I think you took something out of context in the text. So let me call and clarify, and then we can go from there. That could be fixed.
Got you. I feel like with an overthinker, just like how you can fix miscommunication, you can reel that person back in. But at the same time, though, I understand, like, people probably don't want to babysit somebody who overthink. I'm just curious, because I've never heard that one before. What things you probably have been through where overthinker would be the pet peeve.
Even in my professional lifestyle, DJ, is that when I deal with people who overthink and stuff, they just overthink to the point where we probably cannot work together.
I'm definitely in business. I could see why that would be
right.
Definitely in business. That's what popped up in my head for you. But then I was wondering, like, okay, in relationships, besides maybe somebody thinking you cheating or whatever the case may be, why would an overthinker be a pet peeve? Have you been in situations where you're so busy doing this, that, and the third, somebody's thinking something else? Like, why overthinker?
Assuming something that appears to be somewhat false later on. And it also comes from just past experiences.
Okay.
Like, I'm a movie nerd. So I'll take a page from a movie, say, for example, Why Did I Get Married To? Right? You know, Tasha Smith, the actress, right, who portrayed the role of that character. To me, she was an overthinker. A lot, because she was always accusing Michael Jai White's character in the movie of cheating. She always assumed, and it becomes toxic.
Right, absolutely.
I don't want toxic people.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, because I was wondering where you were going with overthinker.
Right.
So, okay, got you. Okay. All right. So you are here for a funny, crazy, or lesson learned dating story. What do you have for us today?
So I have two.
Ooh.
Yep. Two.
Okay.
Not one, but two. All right. So I'll start with this first one. This happened a couple of years ago. I want to say maybe like a year or two after the pandemic, right?
Okay.
And I met this woman off of a dating app. I'm not sure if we can say names of what that dating app is, but I met her on a dating app, a very well-known dating app. And we kind of felt each other's vibe a little bit without talking to each other on the phone.
Okay.
And I was just like, okay, I'm ready to date this person. Let's do it. Let's go.
Okay. So based off of the messages on the dating app.
Right. Based off of the tone and the message and stuff, I said, hey, do you want to go on a date? And she said, yes, absolutely.
Same day?
Same night. Same night. Yeah, same night. So we set it up. We met at this local spot. I won't say the name of the spot.
Okay.
But we met at this local spot. And it seemed like we were kind of like shy or what have you, but we kind of like asked each other questions and what have you, just to get to know each other. You know what I mean? To break the ice a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And so we had food, we had the wings. You know, Atlanta's known for its wings.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Lemon pepper, wet. You know? So we had some wings, some drinks and what have you. And we had a vibe and everything. And I was the one that paid for the date, paid for my meal and her meal. And it came down to about almost $200.
Wait, ooh.
Yeah.
Wait, I mean, okay.
We went to something upscale.
I see.
We went to something upscale.
Serving wings?
Yeah, wings, drinks.
Not the steak?
Not the steak.
Not Roof Chris?
No. Oh, no. We weren't ready for that.
But you spent $200.
Almost $200.
You know, okay, let's continue. I'm curious.
Okay. So I paid for the date, of course. You know, I had money back then.
Okay.
You know, I had a little something. And then a few days later, it just became weird because we found ourselves not really talking to each other or what have you. But I was the one that stepped up and reached out to her and said, hey, how's it been and everything? Is everything okay and stuff? And she was just like, yeah, you know, just been busy, yada, yada, yada and stuff. And so, you know, I kind of initiated about us having a second date.
Mm-hmm.
And she messaged me back saying, that's great and all, but I don't see a romantic connection with you.
Mm.
And I was like, well, can I at least have my $200 back? No. Almost my $200.
Sean. Now, Sean.
I did put an LOL after that. Kind of said, you know, and then she just left me on red.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, and that was that.
So let's dissect this one really quick before we move on to the second one.
Okay. Sure.
So to you, this is crazy because you felt like y'all had a good vibe and then you spent the money on the date.
Yeah.
Do you feel like she owes you because you spent that money? Like,
I felt like back then. Now we're talking about back then now. Back then I did, but now looking back at it in hindsight, I'm like, you know what? I just got to take the L because I was the one that initiated the date. I was the one that invited to have her on the date. So I was like, okay, you know, it is what it is. But back then I felt that way because prior to that, a couple of years before that, I was on another date with another person. And she told me right off the bat in person that she wasn't feeling this, but she was willing to pay for her half just to
because in your eyes, she was an honest, integral person.
Right. There you go.
Okay.
But yeah. But like I said, fast forward to now, because I look at things differently.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll take the L. Yeah, it's cool.
So how did you grow from I'm going to say my first thought, honestly, that entitled kind of mindset. Because when you're dating, that's what happens. You spend money and you do all the things, especially when you're dating a certain type of woman or just women in general. How did you grow from that entitled mindset to, okay, it's cool. I'll take the L. Okay, she didn't like me like that. Move on.
Well, I mean, it was just a lesson learned. Because
So what do you do? It sounds like lesson learned. What do you do now?
Well, I do not just get to know the person a lot more, pick up the phone and have a actual phone conversation, communication. Because, ladies and gentlemen, it's one thing to communicate with a person via text because you may feel like, oh, I really like this person, but then it's another when you speak to them on the phone because it's about vocal language, body language, and stuff like that. So you might get a different person from
Definitely
talking
agree.
on the phone versus texting.
Definitely agree. I want to ask you this. The girl that you brought up, that you dated a couple of years before this girl who actually said, I don't think this is going to work out. Let me pay for my portion of the date.
Yeah.
What process did you move fast with this girl as well? Or did y'all talk for a while before that date?
I think it was kind of like the same thing. We kind of, because this was like back in, I want to say 2017, 2018. And it was still the same thing, like not talking on the phone or whatever, but more like a meetup type of thing, just to kind of like get each other's vibe and stuff like that. So it was kind of like the same thing.
Got you. Okay. I was just curious. So in a way, you feel like you just lucked up with her and then you ended up with the other girl?
Yeah, because everybody's different.
Yeah.
And how they go about doing things.
Okay. So from that dating experience, you learned that you talk to the person first and you get their vibes. Do you feel like you would have gotten different vibes though, based on the text messages if you would have talked to her on the phone? Because it seemed like you said y'all had a good time on the date too, right?
It seemed like it. But here's the thing. Everything is subject to change. People change their minds all the time because you don't know what that person is going through. I know that's such a cliche that we say.
It's true though.
People, you don't know what they're going through. Like a person could tell you, I love you the same day. And then the next day, I hate you. I hate your guts.
I mean,
so yeah, everything is subject to change.
it does. It definitely does. I think it definitely depends on the other person's actions if it goes from love to hate. But point taken. Okay. All right. So that was the lesson you learned on that one. Tell me about you said you have two. What's the next one?
So second one, really quick, because the person that I actually was with, it lasted longer. Because it lasted longer than just a few days or whatever. This was actually a serious relationship that we were in. I remember on my birthday, she took me to a massage parlor. And actually before that, she took me to a bar next door on my birthday now to have some drinks. And she told me that she wanted me to have a massage. She wanted to get me a massage, but she wanted a guy to massage me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
She wanted a guy to massage me. And I was like, I don't know about that. I think I'm good. I think I'm good on that. But we had some drinks and whatever to kind of like loosen me up and whatnot. And so long story short, we went to the massage parlor next door to the bar.
Okay.
And we waited for the guy to come out, and it was a guy, obviously. And I was like, I don't know about this. So I went in, she waited in the front lobby and took my clothes off and everything.
Okay.
And I get on the bed on the thing for him to massage me. And it felt very weird at first. But then, the liquor kind of kicked in and everything.
Okay.
And so he massaged me to the point where I got very aroused.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And one thing led to another.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
This is the first time DJ is hearing this.
Yeah.
So
okay.
And yeah, we kind of got it in. Like
you and the guy, or you and the girl?
Me and the guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we got it in, and I told her about it towards the end of the night, and she was like, "I knew it. I knew it."
She tried to trick you? Or
I
she
don't think
wanted
she tried to trick me. She was trying to get me to be open to other things because she was about that life as well.
Did she slip something in your? Was it
No,
just
she didn't
alcohol?
slip anything in my drink. No.
Oh,
no.
okay. Let me let you continue.
Yeah. But then at the end of the night, when I told her about all that and everything, we ended up doing it. Like me and her ended up doing it, knowing that I did it with the guy before.
Oh.
Yeah. True story.
True story.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you say that you go? Because I only knew you to date women. So would you say you like both now?
I think I was going through that phase at one point in time, but I just like strictly women.
Okay.
Now.
So now you still just trying to figure out.
Yeah. Figure out my sexuality and all that. Yeah.
And you think you also just trying to figure out who and what would be the best fit for you as far as long term?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, y'all ended up doing it afterward.
Mm-hmm.
Did anything else happen afterward, or was it just you kind of
we just acted as if that didn't happen. We just kind of moved on from there.
But you said she was about that life. Did y'all engage in other things?
No.
No. Okay.
We didn't engage in other activities.
Wow, that is kind of crazy. So she opened you up a little bit to see if you wanted to explore that other route further. Okay. Yeah. How long did that relationship last?
2.5 years.
Oh, okay. So it was a kind of long-term relationship. Well, kind of. I don't know. That's considered long nowadays. Like, people back in the day, it's usually longer. Would you say that was the longest relationship?
I would say that and one other relationship a few years prior to that were the only two longest serious relationships.
About 2.5 years? Got you. Why do you think you were, like, as far as longevity, why do you think you were most successful with the last particular relationship you just brought up versus the other ones?
I think she challenged me, DJ. She challenged me than any other woman that been in my life before her. She challenged me. She exposed me to other things that I never been exposed to before. Mm-hmm. And I think we just had a lot in common.
Okay.
And she was just somebody that was different at that time. Like, wow, I could really talk to her about anything and everything.
Got you.
So yeah.
So people who are more open and more flexible, you tend to mesh better with.
Absolutely.
You're an Aquarius, right?
Aquarius, baby.
Okay.
I mean, no shade to other people's zodiac signs or whatever.
That explains a lot. Okay. That explains a lot. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that relationship lasted 2 years. Why did y'all end up breaking up?
Well, we broke up. We went through like different phases in our relationship, from boyfriend to girlfriend to just lovers and friends and things of that nature.
Wait, were y'all polyamorous?
Nah. Okay. I think we could have gotten to that point.
Never mind. Yeah. You was explaining y'all were boyfriend and girlfriend, then friend. Okay, you was explaining the different dynamics that the relationship changed.
Yeah,
sorry.
Absolutely. Okay. No. I think it could have gotten to that point if it lasted longer. But the main reason was because, it was the pandemic. We broke up during the pandemic.
Okay.
July. And she wanted to go on and do other things, move out of Georgia and follow her new career path, whatever that was at the time. Mm-hmm. And she was just ready to go to a different chapter in her life.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got you.
Got it.
Got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And, she was like one of those people that was like, I am ready for a serious relationship, but I'm not ready to have a serious relationship with you. Yeah.
Why do you think that was? I'm curious, like when you think back, have you really like thought back on that? Because I'm wondering why she would decide that when she exposed you to so many things and opened you up to so many things. Mm-hmm. Why did she decide that? Or I'll hold off on my next question.
We were on two different levels.
Y'all
on two different levels. She was up here and I was still down here trying to get up there and everything, because she was in a different field than I was in. Like, I'm media, I'm radio. I work 7 days a week, and she had more of a structured standard schedule working in education.
Okay.
And, there were a few things and stuff like that. But I remember she told me once upon a time while we were dating was that she never dated any kind of guy like me before she met me, because she was so used to dating guys that were established.
Yeah.
Guys that had money and established and stuff like that. And me, I was still trying to figure it all out. I was still trying to get my stuff together. And it was also an age difference thing. but she was still willing to get with me.
She was older than you?
She was about 2 years older than me.
Okay. So it was a little bit of an age difference.
Mm-hmm.
Did you find yourself trying to prove yourself in this relationship? And part of the reason why, I know you said she challenged you, she stretched you, but were you finding yourself in predicaments, like you kind of were uncomfortable with the masseuse thing, but you went ahead and you did it?
And I liked it, by the way, too.
I get that you liked it after the fact. Like, oh, okay, this is nice. This is cool. Like, okay, you exposed me to that. But did you find yourself in predicaments where you were uncomfortable and you at first like, well, let me just push through it because this is my girl and this is who I'm with? Did you find yourself in predicaments like that?
At the time, I felt like I did, but I needed that.
Okay.
And let me tell you why I said I needed that. Because before I came into the picture, I was an introvert. She was an extrovert.
Yeah, because you're talking a lot more compared to what I remember. Okay.
I was an introvert and she was an extrovert. And I needed that because I needed to be around extrovert people to get me out of my shell.
Okay.
And sometimes in life, it takes a person to get you out of your shell to really be open up more. And at that time, like I said, I felt uncomfortable because we had those uncomfortable conversations and those uncomfortable predicaments that I felt like at the time I wasn't ready for.
Yeah.
But looking back at it, it's like I needed that in order to grow.
Okay.
Yeah.
And figure out who you were, what you like, and all of that stuff as well. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. Awesome. So
I know it's a lot.
Well, it's not even that it's a lot. I think it's just more so, I understand that some relationships, they help you grow in some aspects, but in a way I can't help but feel like I'm trying to think of the right word.
I'm trying to think of the right
word. I feel like it was more of her pushing. It seemed like she seemed like the type, and this is, you could tell me if I'm wrong, just based on a little bit of information that you gave me, she pushed a lot of her will and what she wanted for you on you. Because I'm pretty sure you experimenting with that man. Yeah, you liked it, but I wouldn't be surprised if she wanted more of that type of action. And then you decided, okay, I liked it. Of course, as humans, we feeling on each other, things happen. You're going to normally get aroused, right? But you didn't like it enough to proceed and go deeper into it. So do you feel like, in a way, she pushed some of her will on you?
I think she pushed some of her behavior patterns or characters on me and everything, in a sense of, again, trying to open me up to other things that no other woman, no other person opened me up to before I met her. And looking back at it in hindsight, I loved it. I loved it.
You loved it in that frame. Do you, what have you, besides you, because you talk a lot more, yes. Yeah. But what other ways have you taken what she's exposed you to, taught you? What other ways do you like showcase that?
Showcase that?
Yeah.
I showcase that in my content. I showcase that because now, I of course work on other projects. I recently did The Night We Met on the Train. A lot of what is in The Night We Met on the Train centers around relationships, including my personal relationship I had with my former ex.
Okay.
Yeah. So what I experienced and went through with her is in that project.
So it helped you artistically, but in life.
Yeah.
And besides talking more, being more expressive. And the reason why I bring this up is because I can remember my last serious relationship. Also, in a way, I felt like this guy was pushing me and trying to make me perform in ways that I felt uncomfortable with. And then once I left the relationship, I realized that wasn't me. Even if he took me out of my comfort zone, it wasn't me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and now that I'm by myself, just DJ, all of the shit that I was doing, I'm not doing it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I asked you, like, besides, because artistically, yes, it's helped me in like my extracurricular activities outside of my day job. And yeah, it's helped me creatively because I've been through certain traumas and things with this person. So again, like, yes, it's helped me artistically, but it didn't help me. It helped me artistically. I'm not going to say it helped me like as a person. Besides, the only thing that it helped me with as a person is realizing, okay, I need to stand more in who I really am and who I really am, like self, like as an agency of myself.
Let me ask you this. Let's put it all on the table. Let's put it all on the table, DJ. Yeah. Do you miss him?
Do I miss him?
Do you miss him?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
But no, I don't.
You don't? Okay.
But I can see why you asked me that.
Okay.
So you miss her.
Yeah, I miss her. Because of all the good times. And you remember more so of the good times than you have of the bad times. Because we had bad times.
Yeah.
But I miss more of the good times. And I remember more of the good times than the bad times.
I really believe in Stockholm Syndrome and even dating and relationships. You know what I'm saying? So, but at the same time, I could see somebody missing somebody that they dated. Okay. Especially if they haven't experienced anything better after that.
Because I'm going to tell you something. I don't miss some of my exes. I don't miss some of them.
I know as an Aquarius, you probably don't. You probably don't. But to my point, though, I do feel like sometimes we miss something. It's because we haven't experienced anything better, whether with another person or just realizing by myself I'm good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And maybe he just wasn't for you.
He absolutely wasn't. So I'm not necessarily comparing my situation to yours.
Right.
I'm giving you an example of why I'm asking you a question. So I don't want you to think I'm just asking you these questions just out of my ass. I just wanted to tell you what came to mind about my relationship.
Right.
So that's all that was. Okay, so you miss her.
I do.
That's fine. So now, tell us what you are looking for in a lady. Clearly, you're looking for somebody who is a little bit wild and who can bring you out, like not in that way, but like bring you out, like personality.
Can we get the Barry White music in the background?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Because the producer wanted me to take my glasses off, and I was like, I'm into it. We were looking at this camera right here. Okay, boom. All right. So what I'm looking for in a relationship, what I'm looking for from that person, I believe in laughter is the best medicine.
Absolutely.
So I need me somebody who can make me laugh, who can challenge my intellect, who can engage in thought-provoking casual conversations with me. I'm also looking for somebody who is serious about what it is that you want. I don't have time to deal with people that don't know what they want and they still trying to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, don't step to me unless you know what you want and that you are fully healed. And that's another important thing too, Dominique, is that I need someone that is healed.
Okay.
Not in the process of or what have you, like healed, because there's so many unhealed people out here.
There is.
There's so many unhealed people that are not ready for what they sign up for. So I need someone healed. I also would love a free-spirited, open-minded person.
Yeah.
Just like I am. Open-minded, free-spirited, somebody that just loves life, but also takes certain things seriously. And to be very honest with you, Dominique, and this is the first time I'm saying this on a platform, I'm not really looking to date. I'm really looking to build. Build and date are two different things.
Okay.
And let me just clarify why I say that is because dating over the years have become more of an experience. Okay. I just want the experience. I just want to go out, have fun, meet people and all that other stuff. But building is somebody that you working with towards a common goal.
Absolutely.
And it can turn into something that is business, but also romantic at the same time. So that's what I'm looking for.
Got you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Awesome. All right, ladies.
Can I put my glasses on back?
Yes, you can.
Unless you want me
to. Yes, like that. All right, ladies. If you are someone who is free-spirited, who can carry thought-provoking conversations and want to build, not just date, but build with someone, swipe right on Sean Garvey's profile and the Plan for Keeps app. Sean, I want to thank you so much for your time and coming on the show.
Thank you. I know my stomach was rumbling in the background, but Dominique didn't provide no catering or nothing like that.
You don't put me out here on the show like that. Don't listen to him, y'all. And until next time.
Social media? Oh, no social media. Okay. No. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. Till next time. Peace. A-Town down.
Dating be a mess, but we still press on, playing for keeps. We telling the truth, y'all. Single, still hopeful. Lesson learned, then we laugh. Crazy stories, real love. Let's get into it.